Hello, everybody. Jak Syn here on behalf of Fiend.com and Future Daze, and today it is another exciting episode of Artist Interviews. Today, I am sitting with Sierra. How you doing today?
Hi. Yeah, I'm good.
That's good to hear. I'm glad you're on the show. You know, I'm glad I get to sit down and talk with you and find out about all the amazing things you have going on and all the amazing music that you do. You know what? So how are things over where you're at? Like, what's going on? What's new?
This year has been so crazy. I mean, like, it's hard to say what's new. I don't know. Every day we are expecting to have new things. So every day it's a new thing. Well, I'm preparing a new EP that will be out next month. So this is the most important thing to me right now.
Well, that's awesome, and I cannot wait to hear that. I know it's going to be freaking amazing because your music, really great stuff. I love it. I am a listener of your stuff, and a lot of other people that I know who are fans of your stuff, they would just absolutely love it. Great artist, great sound, solid stuff. You know, and yes, 2020, you're right. 2020 is a year of surprises. It seems like every day we wake up to something new.
Yeah.
You know, even though it's not the best kind of year that we could all expect, but I think it is a year of surprises. It really is.
Yeah. It's a year of surprise. I don't know. Everything can happen this year. We can discover life on Mars, or I don't know. I wouldn't even be surprised, you know. I don't know. We don't know what tomorrow will be, you know. So it's really weird. It's a really weird feeling.
It is actually a really weird feeling, and you're right. Who knows? We may discover the life on Mars. We might. That might happen. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to a lot of the space information that's coming out now because I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
You know. Because sooner or later we're all going to be up there. We really will.
Yeah.
Human race will be up there very soon.
Yeah, of course.
So today we're going to ask you a couple of questions and see where it goes from here. Are you ready to get into it?
Yes, I am.
What are 3 of your most memorable moments from your musical career?
I would say my first live was really something really crazy. I mean, I was so scared, so stressed. It was like it was so impressive, you know. I was preparing my first live and I was playing in front of, I don't know, 500 people. And it was my first time really on stage with a live. And I was like, fuck, I'm so scared that something wrong happened, you know, my computer crash or something crazy. And so I think it's really my first big moment after maybe when I played in New York last year with, I played for the Nightwave party. It was a Halloween party. And I was so happy to play in New York because I love the USA, I love the city, and it was really crazy. And I would say the last one was in January. I have been selected in a French contest that is a little bit famous, and I played in Paris in a crazy stage, and it was really a super moment of that year.
Well, this is a pretty awesome moments, you know. Gotta love those Nightwave guys. You know what I mean? I love working with them. I love working with Sam and Faith and everybody. Yeah. You know, Andy, great stuff. I miss going back out to New York City to play, you know, their events. You know what I mean? I know we're all distant and, you know, the only thing that we've been able to do is we've been able to do these little live streams online, you know, doing the Nightwave and Sanctuary stuff. But, you know, it's just not the same thing. I miss getting back out there.
Yeah, you know? Of course.
Going back into like the earlier thing you were talking about too, it's like, you know, with your first show, you always remember your first show. You always do. I gotta say, you know, and I know you're talking about worrying about your laptop crashing. I mean, I played a show one time, not my first show, but I did play a show first time. This one time I was playing the show, I had my laptop up there, everything was good to go. We were like, okay, we're gonna play this show, we're gonna go get something to eat, we're gonna come back. The laptop got fried because of some power thing, so it had to do a restart.
No.
I was absolutely freaking out. I thought I lost everything on the computer. But hey, you live and learn, right? You live and learn. It's all a learning experience.
Yeah. You always learn. Worst case, nothing bad can happen, you know. Worst case, people are not gonna kick you, or I don't know. So worst case, you say, yeah, guys, I got a problem, and that's okay, you know.
I know, they stick their hands up in the air and they go, technology, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite musical release that you've worked on?
I would say I'm really kind of proud is not the word I like, but I'm kind of happy of what I did with my Gone EP. I think I'm satisfied with this EP because I really, I did it really fastly. It's not why I'm happy about it, but this is more something that I made with my feelings in one moment of my life. I wanted to express some things that I was feeling, and I did it, and it felt really good for me to compose that EP. That's why I'm really happy to have work on it. But I'm kind of happy also of what I did right now for my next release. But Unbroken is like a moment of my life that is really important, so I think I would choose this one.
Well, you know what, Gone, that EP, it's really, really good. It's got a lot of highs and lows. It's got a lot of influences in it too. Like listening to it from start to finish, even with the remixes too, you know, it's got a lot of dynamic to it. And Unbroken, I love that track. I am a huge lover of that track. You know, it's a way that I think it's a really interesting way that you play with, and this is how I see it, but I think it's really interesting how you play with emotions. You know, even though you're not conveying any lyrics in your songs, you are playing with the emotion through sound. You really are. And I think that's what makes your music so amazing. It's very deep to its core. You know, even though it has a haunting and dark quality to it, it's very deep into your core, into your soul. And I think that's what's amazing about it.
Thanks.
And I'm super excited about your next release coming out very, very soon because I know it's going to be amazing. And I know a lot of other people out there are super excited about it. And I'm sure when it drops, it's going to be epic. What was the drive behind getting you into making music and performing?
I don't know, really. I don't know why I'm here, how it happens. But I started music when I was a kid. And I was forced to make music. I didn't choose. My parents forced me to do it, and I was really hating it so much. And so I told them, no, I want to stop. When I was like 8 years old, I was playing piano and violin, and really I hated it so much. And when I was 15, I was like, okay, finally, I want to. It was more to look cool when I was 15. You know, you want to be in a band, you want to have friends, and finally I really started to love composing music. And I was in my life always trying to put it like a pleasure, you know, like something like I have my job, but I do music on weekend. And finally I realized when I was 25, 23, I don't remember, that I was not happy with my actual work. I was not happy with my life like in this way. So I was like, okay, fuck, I'm gonna start to make music and let's see what happened, you know. So I started to work on my project Sierra, and here I am.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, you know, yes, at a young age, I know like some people that are kind of like, I just want to go out and play. I don't want to, you know, do music and all that stuff. I know when I was younger, it was like, my parents were like, you should like get involved in music in some way. So I started playing the trumpet. I absolutely hated the trumpet. You know what I mean? I hated it. But I came to realize later on in my life that because I started, you know, playing the trumpet when I was younger, that, hey, this was actually a good thing for me. It really was a good thing for me because it taught me how to understand music in a way. So I think as we get older in our lives, you know, we kind of go, we fall down these paths where we go, oh, I'm going to start a band, or I'm going to start working on music, or I'm going to start playing guitar or something like that. But you kind of go back to those earlier moments in your life where you kind of go, I'm really glad that I got exposed in some way at an early age to some type of music, because for me, it was like my dad was a disco DJ back, you know, in the early 80s, you know, late 70s. And when I woke up in the morning, it was always like records playing. You'd hear like Earth, Wind and Fire, like the Bee Gees or something funky in the morning, waking up to that. So it was always crazy to have that. So, but as I progressed in life, you know, you kind of go, it brings you back to these earlier moments where you kind of go, I'm pulling influences from that. So I think it helps cement us as artists, like later on in life.
Yeah, it depends on how the parents also teach it, because I mean, it's different when you have a parent who is DJ or a friend or an uncle, I don't know, or when you have your parents telling you, okay, go to school of music and that's it. You know, it's different. It can help, but it can also disgust a kid from music. It depends on the way you teach it.
That's true. That is very true. The way you teach it. I mean, I know, like, if somebody's really pressuring you into doing what you don't want to do, it can be very, very hard, and it can be hard later on in life. But for everybody out there, it's like, if you whatever path that you went down as a younger person, it's like, look back at those memories, and even though some of them might not be the best, they were still there for you in that moment in time. And I think they teach us a very valuable lesson.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to accomplishing the most moving forward?
I would love to compose music for movies or for short movies. This is something that I really, really want to do. I would like to work on my projects here with more visual things. It can be like video clips, or me working as a composer for films, or it can be just having when the concert will be allowed. I would like to have like a concert with a lot of visuals, really cool. I really want to work more with visuals.
That's awesome. Like being able to compose like a movie or a short film, something like that. I think that's great. I was speaking to a couple of artists in some of my earlier artist interviews. One of the artists I was speaking to was Thought Beans, and he was talking about what he wanted to do. He's like, because he composes for like, TV and stuff like that already. But he's like, I would really love to do a blockbuster movie, like something huge, And I'm kind of going like, yeah, that's great. Some artists, like, their goals are like, they want to like tour the world and this and that. And some artists are like, I want to compose for movies and films, write massive scores. I think that's great. I think what you want to do there is awesome. And I cannot wait to hear that, because being able to see a film and have you compose it, I'd be like, oh my God, I know her. She's doing that. That's awesome. What positive message would you give your fans out there?
It's hard to be positive right now with the years that we pass through, but we really have to stay optimists, because I think culture, music is really, really important right now, more than ever. It's really important for the health, for the pleasure, but for the mental health. I have a lot of people around me that are really depressed, that are feeling bad about what is happening right now. And I think the only way right now to be okay and to continue our life is to keep listening to music, keep watch movies on Netflix or whatever, and if we all continue to support the artists, it will be okay, and we will pass. We will have a better year than this one for sure. It cannot be worse. So let's be positive. Let's be optimists if we can.
I totally agree with that right there. I do have people around me who are feeling very, depressed about the situations going on. And I try to tell them, hey, try to limit that time that you spend worrying about this stuff. Try to focus your energy on something positive. And I know a lot of the time with the internet and everything we have, it's like we kind of fall down those rabbit holes, where we kind of read a lot of things or like watch a lot of things. We get wrapped up in it. And I think that sometimes if we can limit that activity online, with reading and hearing all that stuff, we can really focus on some amazing things if we just kind of put our mind to the positive stuff.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. Wise words right there, everybody, from Sierra here, talking about that. Like, support the artists. Help the creativity. If you want to create something yourself, get into that. Dive into that. Find out. Look inwardly on what you want to create and do that. Because when you do, it'll take you to some amazing places. It really will. And it'll open up a whole world of possibilities. So thank you so much, Sierra, for taking this time to sit down and do this interview today. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to watch us have this conversation. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our Tour Fiend YouTube channel, as we have many more awesome artist interviews on the way, just like this one with Sierra right here. And everybody out there, be sure to check out her newest EP out right now, Gone, through LAZERDISCS Records. It's freaking amazing. It's got amazing sound. And be sure to be on the lookout for her newest release coming out very, very soon. And when it drops, it's going to be amazing. So thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon.
Thank you. Bye.